So just more about about consequence. So that's for so I know it says children. So as like another example for adult, like let's say you need help in your home and you live by yourself, so you need people to come in and help you. But but let's say you're firing the helpers like one after another for various reasons, then no one will want to work with you. So that's a consequence. Your action is you're firing all these people that are trying to help you for various reasons. Now you have no one to help you. So now you probably have to go into like a living situation that you're not really wanted to go in the first place. Maybe either you have to like move in with family that you don't really get along with, or you might have to go to a group home or board and care. So that's like an example. So people who find themselves defaulting in maladaptive coping mechanisms or experience difficulty utilizing effective coping strategies may eventually see a negative impact on mental and emotional well-being. So not only do you have where your living situation could change, but also it could affect your mental and emotional well-being too. So that's why it's important to recognize your unhealthy coping skills and recognizing healthy coping skills and strengthening those. Who have a difficult time knowing how to cope with anxiety, stress, or anger may fall into a habit of relying on maladaptive coping mechanisms. So just people like when they feel anxiety, stress, or anger, and they just have fallen on these unhealthy coping skills, it just becomes a habit. So it's not really like it's sometimes it's hard to break because it's like habits are hard to break, but just recognizing it and maybe changing your way of how to cope with things will help you in the future. So like an example would be like consuming alcohol. Alcohol can often help people feel less stressed in the immediate moment, for example. So you have like drinking alcohol helps them like wind down from the stressful day and kind of helps them like relax in the moment. But if the person comes to rely on alcohol or any other substance in the face of challenging situations, they may eventually become dependent on the substance over time. So when you become dependent on it, you might have issues where you might have to go to rehab, or it might be detrimental. It could be detrimental to your health. Some people could die from it. So that's like the extreme of an unhealthy coping skill. So now we're going to go into our worksheet. So it is, and so we're focusing on tool 5, recognition of consequences. And that will be page 52 in the workbook. If you don't have the workbook, don't worry. I could, if you are watching this on my Google Classroom, the worksheet's on there. If you're watching on my YouTube, just email me that you would like the worksheet and I can email it to you. So as tool 4 touched on, things that worked on in the past don't always work in the present. And things that work in the present in the short term don't always work on in the long term. So in an attempt to increase your awareness and try to identify some of the consequences of your unsuccessful attempt solutions to stress in the past. So again, we're focusing on consequences. So we're going to do like awareness of consequence log. So that's, we've done a log before. As you know, there's a lot of people that use CBT, like their logs. So we talked about for tool 4, and if you haven't done it, this would probably be helpful to do this, the tool 4 before you do this one, because it will make sense. So, and I'll stop right there and continue on in the next section.